everyone! Thanks for joining me, and today I am traveling, so I decided to go over one of the videos that I've already uploaded, slow it down, and kind of walk you through my process a little bit, just to kind of help some of you guys if you don't know a whole lot about Copic Markers. So that way, if you ever feel like it, you have an idea of what you're doing. They're a lot of fun. I think the cheapest place to get them is dickblick.com. I'll link to them below. So here I am, starting my initial sketch lay-in. I just pulled a quick picture from Facebook of a friend, and I changed it up a little bit so it doesn't quite look like her, but she served as like my muse, I guess you could say. So I'm just drawing lightly with a Prisma Cool Erase pencil. They're really fun to use. They kind of make me feel like a Disney animator or something when I use them. They erase really easily, and I just think they look really neat. And right here you can see I'm struggling with that other eye. That's kind of my weakness. And what I ended up doing for this drawing is, after I finished the eye, I picked it up and looked at it in a mirror. Like, that's a trick that I picked up in college, was looking at your artwork reversed in like a physical mirror, and then sometimes taking a picture of it and then putting it on like your phone and flipping it. Because that kind of helps to see it smaller and flipped also, because it just looks funny when you flip it sometimes and then you can see what's wrong with it. Alright, and here I'm working on some of the finer details and putting those hard lines in, kind of marrying my drawing a little bit more. Gotta do the little wisps above the ear for the hair. Those are always really fun. They kind of add like a little whimsicalness to it, I think, when you add the little hair wisps. And this friend of mine, she has like mermaid length hair. I'm so jealous. And she can get like a super long braid like that. Life goals, right guys? Life goals. I decided to add a few freckles, because she kind of looks like a girl who needs some freckles. And then here I'm just adding a little shadow with the pencil above the lip and under the nose. So you guys will have to let me know how you like the voiceover. I've never tried it before, and yeah, I mean, I hope it's interesting, but I don't know. I just get a little nervous sometimes, I guess. Alright, here I'm adding in the braid details, using my hard lines again, adding little wisps in the braids, and sharpening up those other little hair wisps above the ears. And this way I'll have a solid idea of what's going on when I bring it to the marker phase of the drawing. I'm adding a little shadow under the neck, and that'll show up under the markers because I'm using like a light skin color, and it's kind of nice because the Copic markers blend really well with the Prisma pencils. And that last little bit of shading before I move on to the marker phase. Alright. Oh, there I am messing with that eye again. Not quite done yet. I think this is the point where I looked at it in the mirror and said, wow, that needs to change. Everything just looks different when you look at it in a mirror and reverse it, and then kind of tells you the ugly truth sometimes and gotta fix it. But overall, I think it made it a lot stronger that I changed the perspective of the eye like that. Alright, now I've got my markers out, and I love to start with the skin color first. I don't have all of these colors written down from when I did this, but they're pretty basic colors that come with the Copic Marker 72 set is what I was using, so I just picked a few out of there. So I bought it at a convention last year. It was a good deal. Alright, and as you can see, I'm just kind of outlining a little bit and then filling in, so it's kind of the pattern I like to do, and then flip the drawing as I go, trying to watch out for streaks and kind of using it as it's still wet and trying to make sure that my strokes are kind of going how I would want the dimension of the face. And here I am outlining again and then filling in, and the area, the shadowy area underneath the chin on the neck, I'll go over a second time just like that because we want to portray a little bit of depth in that area. So that way it'll be a little bit darker. And then I'm just hitting over those shadow areas again under the eyes and the nose. And my lips right there. Gotta get those filled in. And then here I'm going over it again with a light pink so it's not standing out too much from the skin color. You want to make sure everything blends really nicely. And I'm testing out every color before I use it on that spare sheet next to me, just so that way I fully understand what I'm holding before I lay it down, making sure it's not going to be too dark or too harsh before I put it in. And so with the eyes, I just went over with a lighter blue and then a darker blue. And here I'm going over the hair using light sweeps to kind of run with the texture and the strands. And I'm doing the same thing with the braid, leaving an area out for the shine. And if I wanted to, I could go over the shiny area with like a light yellow, or I could just leave it white. And obviously leave the shine on top of the head a little bit brighter because that's where my light source is. And then the shine in her hair kind of lets off as it runs down the side of her head. And going in for that second sweep for the shadows, a little bit more on the hair, trying to bring out that contrast. Then I'm doing another sweep again for the shadows on the face, trying to get those to stand out. One thing that's really helpful that I've used a lot in the past when applying color as value is to actually take a picture of the drawing in black and white, and then you can see if there's a lot of contrast or not. Like, don't mess with the contrast in the photo. That'll give you an idea of where you're at if you're not very practiced up at seeing value as color. And then this is a tool that I got from Copic. It's kind of like a whiteout with a brush tip, but the brush tip ended up curving a lot over the time that I had it, so I don't know if I can get a new brush tip for it or not. I pretty much just use a paintbrush with it now. If I could go back, I would not buy that and get a white gel pen, because a lot of people like to use those. They seem really easy and got a little bit better precision on them. Alright, time for the sweater. So again, I just outline everything and then kind of sweep inward with my marker on the brush tip. I'm addicted to the brush tip side. I don't really use the chisel side very much. Alright, and then I add like a little bit of eyeliner and eyelashes on here with a pen, and it's all done. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this voiceover, please let me know. And if you want to see more art videos like this, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. I will have another video for you waiting on Friday. Bye!